B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All we need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run.
And welcome to the Beer Run, part of the BSM Beer Network, the only Saints podcast YouTube show with a 2-drink minimum and takes as bad as, there's no joke this week, guys, takes as bad as the Saints.
It's a joke, boy. You missed it. Went right past you. You gotta keep on your toes. Put toes out in.
Yeah. I am the California Cajun. I am outside proving once and for all that there are mosquitoes in Los Angeles. And this is Little Dice. How you doing, brother?
What's up, Craig? I definitely hear the crackles, so I know that the mosquitoes are dying.
I got the bug zapper over here. Sounds like the 4th of July. It's a fun night.
Oh man, rough weekend for Saints fans. That was like one of the most embarrassing games I ever witnessed before in my life. I witnessed some embarrassments. There was the Denver game where Terrell Davis and anybody else that wanted to play running back ran for 1 million yards on us in the Superdome versus Jim Haslett.
You know what, though? Look, I've been watching the Saints for 20 plus years, and let me tell you something. It is this was way less painful than some of the other games I've watched. The River City relay and missing the extra point, that hurt more. The no call hurt way more. The meaningless miracle hurt way more. The beast quake hurt more than that. The push off in the end zone by Kyle Rudolph hurt more than that. It's a bad day. But listen. I'm a Saints fan. I'm as upset as anybody. But I was told that we're supposed to lose and get a high draft pick. So y'all should be happy. We are on track for that number 1 pick, and that's what y'all wanted, right? We wanted the tank. We're getting it.
We are rolling out the entire army of tanks. Okay. That's exactly what we did. So, all right. But you know how we do on a beer run, man. We got 4 downs for you. We're going to talk about some beer. We're going to talk about some Saints news or NFL news, whatever's out there.
Whatever's out there.
We're going to recap the game, and we're going to preview the game with a Bills fan, and we're going to give you our predictions. So, referees, get out there and spot the ball. Let's get this thing going.
First down, Saints.
All right, Greg, what you drinking, bro?
Well, I'm drinking quite a bit. I missed the show last week, and I had a beer bet to pay off, so I have 2 beer bets. I have 2 beer bets to pay up.
2.
I thought that we were going to sack Mac Jones 4 times. We sacked him 3 times. And I thought we wouldn't. You hear that shit? Jesus Christ. And I thought we would not score a touchdown on offense. And in garbage time, we did, because all Rattler ever does is disappoint me in every way.
Garbage time counts.
So let me get one of those out of the way quick. This is the Mac Jones one. Dale, you were right. I was wrong. Cheers.
Yes.
So, other than my chugging beers, I do have this. This is a German beer with a bunch of words I can't pronounce because I don't speak German. But I picked it because you might not be able to see it with the low light. It's called Hell, which is what it's a little bit widescreen. Hell, because that's where Saints fans are right now. We are in the 7th circle. Ironically, the 7th circle of hell, according to Dante's Inferno, is very cold, and it is still hot as fuck here in Los Angeles. Go figure. So what last week I said that we would not score an offensive touchdown if not for a garbage time throw to a practice squad player, Jack Stoll, who is on the team because people are hurt and no other reason. Dale, you were right. I was wrong. Cheers.
Take the dubs how you can get them, baby.
Yeah. So, but I do have a German beer tonight, so can't tell you how it tastes yet. Haven't opened it yet, but the important thing on this show is how does it sound? Sounds good. Let's give it a shot. What about you? What you drinking?
I've got some nice lemonade in my slushy machine, along with tequila, and some rum. We getting it in. It's good.
Solid. So I might have to pull up the footage from a couple weeks ago. I'm willing to bet those 2 beers went faster than your one in week 1. But we can compare those later. It's fine.
It did for sure. Brandon, I hope you're right. The Bills are due for some weird collapse. That's what they're due for. Yes.
Now you see, our wonderful producer and host Dale doesn't let me talk to the guests anymore. Apparently, they weren't happy with me after I made some uncolorful remarks or colorful remarks, whatever the phrasing is. And now he doesn't let me talk to the guests anymore. So write to your producer and let me go argue with people, because I want to say things and he doesn't let me, because I'm going to get us canceled again.
That's right. We don't want to get canceled.
They let us back on. I mean, they canceled us like week 7 last year. We came back this year. Like, they'll forget. It's fine. YouTube forgets everything.
Second down.
All right. Let's talk about some news. Negotiations between the Saints and the state and the Saints, have not, shown up in a done deal. The Saints were trying to, the city, was trying to get the Super Bowl, and they can't because we don't have a long-term lease agreement, which expires in 2030 for the Saints. And I'm being told that the problem is stalled. I mean, the problem is the deal for Benson Tower seems to be an issue here. So I remember when they made the deal with Benson Tower, it was to move all the state offices to Benson Tower, and that's how the state pays Benson's rent. So I don't know what the deal is now, if they want to change up that part or what.
Yeah, they just got to figure it out, man. This is dumb. The Saints can only exist in New Orleans. There is as New Orleans as throwing up in a back alley on Bourbon Street. I mean, this is an integral part of the city. It shouldn't be a squabbling over bullshit. Just get it done. I mean, we're the best place to host a Super Bowl. We're a tourist magnet, and by God, just stop giving me reasons to hate the Benson family. Like, just when I think, Gail is this sweet old lady who's gonna just hold us tight and just be nice to us, give us everything we want, it's pissing me off again. Between her and Mickey, the people I have fought for so much, really making it hard to root for them right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But I know the deal's gonna get done. The state not letting the Saints go, because all the politicians will not be reelected if that happens.
I mean, let's the biggest pro team in Louisiana is LSU, and it's not close. I mean, I love the Saints as much as anybody, but the biggest and most successful professional program that pays their players is LSU. So, and it has been for a decade.
I don't know, man. I mean, look, the Saints are a big part of Louisiana, and especially if you are a politician in New Orleans, you need to make sure that this gets done, or else you will not be reelected. I remember them doing stuff against Arnie Philco, and people call him Phil Cow all the time. It just wasn't pretty for the politicians when you go against the Saints. It's not pretty.
Look. We're talking about New Orleans. You think Mayor Cantrell needs any help looking stupid? Like, the politicians in New Orleans are terrible on their own. They don't need the Saints' help to look terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Look, my heritage, the French, were right in one way, and that is what we should behead politicians. Cheers.
All right. Now, this bit of news, I know you will not want to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it anyway. I don't care. CD Deuce, CJ Gardner-Johnson, surprise cut by the Texans. Now, it's being said that he's started problems within the team, criticizing players and everything like that.
What?
And he got cut, yeah.
What? Him? He was causing problems?
He was cut.
What? I don't believe this, man. He's only ever been a pain in the ass everywhere he's ever fucking been. This is weird that he would do it now. It's so out of character for him to piss people off and get cut or traded for nothing. This is so weird. We better go get him. Yeah, that's what we need to do.
Yeah, do you want him on the Saints team right now?
We need to build our culture. We need to build our culture with a malcontent who's been on 4 teams in 5 years. That's what we need. And it would be more than one of those teams was twice.
Yes.
Look, the dude was never talented enough to make up for the amount of pain in the ass that he has been. And I don't want him. I don't want him. I didn't want him back in the day. I was happy when we traded him for peanuts. I don't want him around. Saints fans who want him back do not understand actually playing football and being part of a team and having chemistry and all that. They don't get it. They see highlight plays and clips of him taunting Tom Brady, and they think, "Oh yeah, he's cool. He's a fun guy. He's the asshole you want on your team." You don't want him on your team. Michael Thomas literally missed games because of this jackass in practice. I don't want him.
Damn, that is true. All right, we've delayed long enough. Let's now talk about the freaking game versus the Seahawks.
We could talk about Jackson Dart being the starter for New York. I don't have to talk about the Saints game, right? I don't have to.
Seattle 44, New Orleans 13. This was over pretty quickly. Your thoughts on this, man?
It was one of those things. Look, a lot of people are overreacting and saying, "Oh, Kellen Moore's in over his head. Oh, Kellen Moore can't coach," or "Oh, this is the worst roster in the NFL." All of that might be true, but we don't know it from this game. It was a shit game. The special teams played like crap. JT Gray is gone, and he is a special teams ace, and all of a sudden we're giving up all these returns. I don't care about that. We are a poverty.
Who was that gunner that just stopped?
No, we are a poverty team. We cannot waste an entire roster spot on a special teams only player. That doesn't.
Who was that gunner though? That just stopped.
I think it
We
was.
could tackle the man.
I think it was Stallbird, the guy that we replaced him. It's not important. It's not important. The important part is one game. It's one game, and it's that much closer to Arch Manning or Klubnik or Nussmeier or whatever quarterback you want next year. We have to lose anyway, right? So just get it. Take the stress out. I was stressed out week 1. I thought we were going to win. I was stressed out week 2. I thought we were going to win. And then I did not feel that way this week. I was just mildly irritated and slightly drunk. And that's a much easier thing to deal with.
21-0 in the first quarter.
Oh, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. It could have been worse because we have a quarterback who only scores in garbage time and misses wide open players. Look, you're going to look at the stat line for Rattler and you're going to think, he's okay. He's not the problem. He's not the problem. I don't care if he's not the problem. He can't win games for you. And this is a team that needs a quarterback who can win games for you. You know he can't. Try somebody else that maybe can.
Listen, Pat Mahomes wouldn't have won this game. All right. I don't care who you got at quarterback.
My favorite.
This was an absolute team loss.
I will tell you my favorite 3 plays in this game were when they put Shuck in garbage time because there's a ceiling to Rattler. And the ceiling to Rattler is the pretty good, didn't lose the game for you the last 2 weeks. He's doing fine. He has built himself exactly what you need in a backup quarterback. But he's not going to win anything for you. And there's nothing else on this team that's going to win the game for you. Give me Shuck. Let me see what he can fucking do. Give it a chance.
Okay. We're
going to Buffalo, right? We're going to Buffalo, who are favored by 1 million. They're 16.5, whatever the hell points it is. This isn't college. That's an insane betting line. But Rattler's not going to do anything to win that game. He's not throwing deep. Our 2 of our best deep threats, Olave and Shaheed, are averaging less than 10 yards a catch. Mm-hmm. Even Derek Carr, all y'all hated Derek Carr, but he could throw the goddamn ball down the field. Now we got a guy who is being careful, and you'll have the Nick Underhills of the world tell you, well, actually, the targets are 20 yards down the field, and it's normal. Shut up, Nick Underhill. Shut up. This is nonsense. He's not making plays down the field. He's being conservative, and he's missing open guys on fucking checkdowns. That play on the first drive. He had a Kamara wide open, first down, maybe a touchdown, and he throws it behind him. And story of the season for him. On the first drive of each game this year, he has missed a wide open guy for whatever would have been a first down or a touchdown every week.
Okay. Look, let's talk about the defense.
No, I don't want to.
The defense has some definite problems that Spencer Rattler can't solve, and namely being getting off the field on third down after you've already completed the down get the beam off the field. But no, Breezy has to commit a personal foul and give the team a first down. And on the next play, they get a touchdown thanks to Breezy.
So this is where I kind of agree with all of the gloom and doom, like panic guys, in that it's a. You hear that? You hear that? Yes. There's some bugs in California, man. Was that a bird? Jesus Christ! So there is a discipline issue with this team, and it's the personal fouls, it's the procedural penalties, it's the holds and the false starts and the offsides. All of that shit is coaching. So it doesn't mean that Kellen Moore will never be a good coach. It doesn't mean that he doesn't have control of his team. It doesn't mean that the players don't respect him. All of that might be true, but he's not a good coach right now. In week 3 of his career, Kellen Moore is not a good coach because the things that you can handle with coaching are not happening. So the Brzee thing, I think Brzee's a good player. I think he's much better than PFF tries to tell you he is. And I think he's a piece that you can build around going forward. But you can't make those kind of mistakes. And you make those kind of mistakes when you're undisciplined. And you're undisciplined when your coaching sucks. And when you have a coach that starts practice later because he wants to sleep in and keeps giving you these, oh, we're going to go paintballing. Oh, we're going to go fishing. We're going to go to Puget fucking Sound, whatever the fuck it is. Like, there needs to be a little bit of discipline in there. Maybe Brandon Staley takes over more of the overall head coach kind of duties, like you name a coordinator, like offensive, what do you call it? A head coach, assistant head coach,
Assistant head coach, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they can handle more of the grindstone, like, manly man stuff that little Alan Moore doesn't want to deal with, because little Alan Moore he's a brainiac. He's 37 years old. He doesn't want to, he's a Mormon. He doesn't want to get down there and kick someone's face in, but we need to kick some fucking faces in right now. This is an undisciplined team that needs to fucking figure it out. Make sure we put the little E for bad language on this video.
Yeah. Look, and what's also pissing me off is we've got the offensive coordinator from the Eagles last year, and so we should be able to do the tush push, but we cannot execute the tush push because we're always offside. Every time.
The Eagles are always offsides. The Eagles,
they don't call it,
but they don't get called. But
we got to learn how they do it, so we don't get called for it.
It doesn't matter. We are the Saints. You think that the refs are going to do us any favors ever? What in our history has made you think that the referees are going to favor us in any way ever?
It's pitiful, man.
It is horrible. It is upsetting. It makes me want to not watch the NFL, but I have to. I'm addicted to this bullshit, and I hate it.
According to PFF, your top 5 offensive players: Jack Stahl, Chris Olave, Kendra Miller, Juwan Johnson, and Eric McCoy. On defense, Isaiah Stallbird, Demario Davis, Quincy Raleigh, Prince Rumpf, and Jordan Howden.
Okay, so Riley's on there because of that forced fumble, and that's awesome. And he should start going forward. Period. You're not making the playoffs. It doesn't matter. You should not be playing Yadam when you have a player that you can play who might be better, who has more upside, and is not going to cost you a 4th round pick. For those of you,
isn't there like some draft compensation stuff with Yadam?
For those of you who don't know, if Isaac Yadam plays, I think it's 30-something% of the snaps this year, we forfeit a compensatory pick. Compensatory. We forfeit a 4th round pick. We get a 4th round pick. He doesn't fucking play 30%. But if he plays 30%, we don't get that 4th round pick. Now, he is not.
Put him on IR.
He is not enough to cost you a 4th round pick.
Put him on IR now.
Put him on. No, seriously. Fucker. There is no reason. He is not good enough to justify giving up a pick for.
Yes.
Like, would you spend a 4th round pick to have Isaac Yadam play the rest of this season?
No. Let's cut him. I mean, let's put him on IR and let's get this 4th round pick. Keep it.
And look,
we need help.
4th round picks or lottery picks, whatever it is, you're not guaranteed anything anyway. But he's not so much better than Riley that you need to play him. Play the young kid who might be better anyway and isn't going to cost you a draft pick. Starting Yadam still is stupid. And it's not that I hate Yadam. I think he's fine. He is a decent depth piece. He's a good corner as a backup. But starting him just to start him when you have a younger guy who's not going to cost you a pick is insane. There's no reason to do it.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
So he wasn't on the top 5 ups because he had a couple penalties on him. But can we talk about Torricelli Simpkins, the guard?
Oh yeah, okay.
Undrafted free agent, only playing because Radens is hurt and Penning couldn't go this week. So he's essentially a third string guard who ends up starting and was fine. He was fine. He was better than Ruiz, who I may remind everyone was a first round pick.
Right. This is the second position he's played on the offensive line for the Saints.
Right.
Had to fill in that at center earlier in the season. So yeah. Yeah.
No, in
Definitely.
but
yeah,
he's played pretty well, and he was fine. He had some really good, like, tough plays. He's picking up a couple of twists that Ruiz has struggled with. I think there's a real case to be made that if Penning and Radens come back, that Penning starts at left guard, and you let those two guys fight over right guard. I don't know that Ruiz should be starting anymore. He's not good enough to play the way that he's playing right now. Maybe it's coaching, maybe it's scheme, maybe it's the fact that you overdrafted a center and then moved him to guard, and he's very clearly a center and not a guard. Whatever it may be, he's not good enough right now. And I really liked what I saw with Simpkin. I liked it. He looks tough. He looks mean. I like tough, mean guards. I think that is exactly what I want in a guy. And I'm excited about it. I think that's a good piece that we can maybe look at going forward.
Yeah. He's from what? Tulane, right?
No, I wish. I'd be more bullish on him if he was a Louisiana guy.
I thought it was Tulane.
Is he actually Tulane?
Let me look this up now.
Tulane is a high school, and I only talk about college on the show.
Let's see, Simpkins. Nope, North Carolina Central.
Yeah, some small school.
And the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Yeah, that's right. That was the one. He was at that other punching bag of an SEC school called South Carolina.
Yes.
Which I'm going to talk smack at until we beat them in a few weeks, and then they can go back to being obscure and no one will care about them.
Yep, absolutely. All right. So let's get to third down and talk with our Bills fans.
Third down for what?
All right, joining us here on third down, we got Mark from Sports for You. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? How you feeling, man? I'm glad to be here.
All good. And as tradition, we bring a fan of the other team. So Mark is naturally a Bills fan. Yes. Right. But welcome to the show anyway, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
All right, man. So the Bills, they beat the Dolphins 31-21. Josh Allen went 22 of 28, 213, 3 touchdowns. We saw James Cook do his thing, 108 yards on the ground and the touchdown. Give me your thoughts about that game versus the Dolphins.
First off, Dolphins nothing but shark food. I want to say that to everybody. There's any Dolphins fans listening.
Yeah.
Secondly, that game, the Dolphins beat themselves that game. They had a couple of untimely penalties that really helped us out. I don't think we ever was going to lose the game, but that game was much closer than what it should have been.
Yeah. It's probably just due to it being a division game, and the game's always kind of weird. So,
yeah.
But yeah, you guys pulled off that victory, man. How are you guys feeling about your team, about the season so far? You really bullish, believing you're gonna win the AFC?
I would like to, but I'm not a fan of our defense. Our defense is I really don't like how our defense is looking. 2 of the 3 games we played so far this year. And from our history, if our defense don't measure up, we're not gonna come out the AFC. Past few years, our defense.
Yeah. Listen, I saw some good things though from the defense the past game here. Just looking at some PFF data here, they really put Terrell Bernard up pretty high, like one of your top 5 players there on defense, your linebacker. But like I'm also seeing Shaq Thompson up there in your linebackers as well. Like you guys seem to have a pretty good linebacking core. And of course, safeties Cam Lewis down there as well. Like,
I like Terrell Bernard. He's been since they inserted him when Matt Milano got hurt a couple years ago and they put him in. He's been stepping up, been playing really well. Shaq Thompson, he makes a couple of good plays here and there, but the consistency for me is not there like it should be. And then, like I said, I'm not a big fan of our pass rush. If you go back and look at the game on Thursday night, Tua had all day to pass, all day and tomorrow.
Yeah. So one person I've been pretty disappointed with so far is Greg Russo.
Greg Russo. Yep.
I play IDP fantasy and I got him on one of my teams and he got like a half a sack or something so far this year.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him and Joey Bosa?
Joey Bosa had a good game against the Jets. A really good game against the Jets. For some odd reason, the Jets was trying to block him with a tight end. That was crazy to me. Greg Russo, again, he shows flashes. So they're still high on him. He shows flashes like he'll have a good half and then won't have another good showing for like another 2 weeks. Yes. And it's frustrating sometimes, but we see it there. So I'm not mad at it. I just wish that development will hurry up and get there. And I think Joey Bosa being there is going to help out a lot of the younger defensive linemen. Hopefully, I'm hoping so.
Gotcha. All right, well, let's talk about this game versus the Saints. I believe you guys are like a 17-point favorite. It's going to be like the largest line of the week, maybe of the season so far. But you guys are playing at home. Hi, Mark. That's always a great home field advantage for you guys. Do you think you'll cover the spread? How about that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was talking to somebody at work. I said usually when teams get blown out, they normally play a lot better the week after.
Yes.
And so I think the game will be a lot closer than what a lot of people was expecting to be this week, especially if y'all just run a ball with Alvin Kamara. Okay. I think the game will be a lot closer than what people think. I wouldn't pick the over on that spread. I wouldn't pick them to cover.
Okay. Did you guys have any trouble with Achane this previous game?
We have trouble with all running backs. We can't stop the run.
Okay. There we go.
Listen, the Ravens only had 100 yards one time so far this year. They had 200 against us.
Yeah, that was the Ravens though, bro.
I know
that was the best game of the season.
That was a really good game. That was a really good game. When Miami gave the ball to Achane, we couldn't stop him, and Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon had his best game so far against us. Right. So I don't understand. I mean, teams should just continue to run against Buffalo, but Buffalo have a bend but don't break defense.
Okay, all right. Well, what do you think about the special teams there? Because this past week we got torched on all facets of the game. Okay, we punted the ball, a rookie caught the ball within his 5-yard line, and he took it to the house on us.
Yeah.
How was your punt return game?
He hasn't really broken anything yet. Again, he shows little flashes. Robert Covington, the cornerback we got at Penn State last year. I'm not expecting no touchdowns. Maybe a couple of good returns here and there, but I'm not expecting like no big plays out of it.
Okay. All right. So this game you're saying is going to be closer than the experts think.
I think
Are
so.
you on watch for a potential trap game here?
Before I came on here, I wanted to make sure see who was playing after y'all, and we played the Patriots. So I don't think it'll be a trap game.
Okay.
And the one thing that I will say about Sean McDermott is he has them 1 week at a time. Every week, every week go 1-0. That's our model. So I don't think it'll be a trap game. I just think, like I said, I think y'all go play a lot better than what y'all showed last week. And so I think that's gonna make an interesting game. And if y'all can run the ball and keep the ball out of Josh Allen's hands, I think that's what's gonna make the game closer. Then.
Okay. Oh, one more thing I forgot to ask you. What were your thoughts about Hard Knocks featuring the Bills?
I didn't want them on there. I didn't want them on there at all. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the episodes watching it. But going into it, I didn't want them on there. I want them to focus on things at hand.
Yeah, look, I was just amazed by the quarterback guru they had in there, and he'll give Josh Allen like little tidbits, and then immediately he goes and makes these corrections like it's nothing. That's what I found amazing. The fact that everybody they treat him with reverence, but he's a down to earth guy, like completely down to earth. I love that.
Everybody in Buffalo. When I went out there and went to the game, one of the games last year, the fans speak so highly of him, helping not even on the field, but just helping in the community, being there, and they just love him. Like he said, he is I think he is a Buffalo guy through and through.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Mark, definitely appreciate you jumping on here. Did you give me a score prediction?
I will say 28-14, maybe.
28-14 Bills. Okay. All right. There we go. Mark, appreciate you jumping on here. We don't wish you good luck this week. we need this dub. Go ahead and lay down, and let's get this win, bro.
I appreciate you, Dale, man. Thank you, man.
All right, then. Later.
All right.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Right, Craig. We are here on 4th down. You have heard from our Bills fan. What do you have to say?
Okay, first and foremost, everything he just said is stupid. Doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Nonsensical stuff. I'm dumber for listening to it. You should be ashamed of yourself for putting that on YouTube. You should be embarrassed that we are giving a platform to that kind of absolute asinine. Nah, he's fine. I made a lot of good points.
Oh, man. Listen, they can't stop the run. Can we run the ball?
No, so this is the big thing. This is the big thing because Fuaga should be back. Penning be back.
Okay.
If we are ever going to run the ball, it is this week. They can't stop the run. Our line should be at 100%, and we're on the road. And what travels? The run game. The run game is what travels. We know Rattler's not going to win the game for us. If we're ever going to lean on the run and run it 50 fucking times, it's this week. This is the time. So that's the big question, right? Is can we just devote ourselves to running the rock and getting Miller some carries and getting Kamara way too many carries for his age and just pounding them? This is the question. The answer is no, because Kellen Moore sucks at calling plays for this team. But that would be really cool, right? If we just leaned into it.
Listen, this is what we expected to come into the season, right? We expected to be a running team and depend on defense to have any kind of chance at wins anyway. That's what we predicted. Yeah.
And this is a good opportunity for it. Look, Josh Allen's amazing. I think his wife is overrated, and I don't understand why people think she's so amazing. It's fine. To hold every conversation. I have a particular type, but she's not it. So Josh Allen is good, fine. They don't have a ton of other playmakers. Cook is good, I guess. I mean, their offense goes through him. I don't think our defense is bad. They've been good against the run. I think there is a possibility we play this game closer. We are not going to win this game. Guys, I'm sorry. I love you. You right there watching. I love you. We're not going to win this game. It's okay. It's all right. But that's not because we're not a good team. It's because we're not going to win this game because it's on the road in Buffalo, and Buffalo's really fucking good. But I think we beat the spread. That's a crazy spread in the NFL. That is a college fucking line. That is not an NFL.
this is the ninth largest point spread since 2020.
Oh, Jesus.
And the last time there was a bigger underdog, like 17-point underdog, it was the Jets, and they beat the Rams in 2020 despite being underdogs. So we can rally the troops, bro. We can rally the troops.
Okay, you said Jets, and I nodded off a little bit. I'm sorry. So whatever you were saying.
If the Jets can do it, we can do it.
Can we? I don't know, man. Look, I think we're going to play better. He made a good point about how teams get blown out. They play better the next week. Same thing in like if you watch baseball, your team scores like 16 runs. You know for a fact the next day they're going to score like 2. Like it's the same. It's the same kind of thing in inverse for a team. You get blown out. There's a little bit of pride there. There's a little bit of, look. We talked about a trap game. It might not be a trap game. They're playing the Patriots the week after, and the Patriots suck as bad as we do. But it's not. It's not a trap game. It's just not taking you seriously. When I played in high school and college and stuff, there were people on our schedule that we had a couple of different pregame workouts for. You don't put pads on twice before you're playing Saugus or Ventura City College. You know what I'm saying? So there's a chance that the Bills just don't take you seriously. They don't put in the work because, they're 0-3. They're the Saints. They have Spencer. All of that's true. But we also have Demario Davis, and we have probably Chase Young back this week, and we have Alvin Kamara. We have guys that can play football. We have real players still. We are not
be back this week.
Hopefully. If he's not, fucking fire everyone because he could have been in IR this whole time. Fire everyone.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous, bro.
Regardless. We should be as close to healthy as we've been all season. We have the weapons. We have that. We should have the health. This is our best chance to make I don't think we win, but I think we punch them in the mouth a little bit. And that's all we want for this team, right? We're not looking at wins. We're looking at a good draft pick and hope. And I think that we're going to punch them in the mouth hard enough to get some hope this week. And for the reasons that we just talked about, they can't stop the run. We should be able to run the ball. We have Alvin Kamara, who is at this point, you could say he's an underrated running back. No one's talking about him in the top 5-10 running backs, but if he had a good team around him, he'd be in that conversation.
So, beer bet, we want to go Alvin Kamara over 80 yards.
You taking the under or the over?
I'll take the under.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I was going to say over 100. So, yeah, give me Kamara over 80 yards total or rushing?
Yeah, rushing.
Yeah, fine. I would have taken it either way. Yes, Kamara over 80 yards rushing is the beer bet for this week. And as you can see, I do pay up on my bets. Thank you. Kamara's going to have 100 on the ground and at least one touchdown because we are going to run the ball. It doesn't mean that we're going to win the game, but it's going to look a lot closer than it maybe should be because of all the running.
I like it. That's the game plan, Kellen Moore. Run the football. And also just listen to Brian Kelly.
We played the game to win the game.
Well, unfortunately, because of our cap problems, we can't do what LSU does and just buy all the best players. So because we can't go buy all the best players, we got to just deal with what we have right now. No, look, I was a center. I played guard. My football career is interior offensive line. So I'm going to say run the football. And I'm going to say that every week. But this week, run the football. Seriously, this is the time. The O-line should be healthy. There's a team that cannot stop the run that is favored by fucking 2 touchdowns. Run the football. This is the time. If Kellen Moore does not commit to the run, now I start questioning him as a coach. I want to give him a whole year. I want to give him time. But if you can't lean into it this week, then I don't know what to do with you, man.
Absolutely. I'm with you. Let's get some score predictions. Mine is 24 Bills, Saints 16.
Damn. That's almost exactly what I was going to say. So that's a little All right. A little more traditional because Groupie's going to miss a couple of kicks, but we are going to score a touchdown. We're going to score 2 touchdowns. We're going to lose 31-17, and it'll be competitive through the third quarter. That is my prediction, that we look so much better than last week, and we lose by a lot. But we are competitive for most of the game, and we feel much better about it on Monday than we did this week. That's my prediction.
Okay.
17, Buffalo Bills. The only team that plays in New York, by the way.
Yeah. Well, look, I look forward to feeling better on Monday because I want to feel better. All right.
So the problem with it is that we're over on Mondays, so we're not going to feel good anyway. You just keep chasing it with that lemonade and whatever the else you got in your lemon. You have that for breakfast, and you'll feel better on Monday anyway.
There we go. All right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for us here on the Beer Run.
Man, thank you to the whole BS and Beer family. Thank you to Sports Talk with Friends. Thank you to our guests that I didn't get to make fun of today because I would have. Yeah, man.
Yeah, shout out to Mark from Sports for You, man. Appreciate you.
Yes. Thank you to that guy who sucks and is stupid and I hate. This is going to be a fun season if you look at it through the right lens, man. This is a rebuild. We wanted this. We're doing it. I am the California Cajun. That is Little Dice. Have a beer. It's on us.
Remember to follow us on social media at BS and Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.